in our series of topics called Foundations of Mathematics. This topic is called Principles of Solving Ordinary Algebraic Equations. Now, ask yourself, why is it that many persons find it difficult, even have headache, just at merely attempting to solve equations? Yet, people still bother about equations. Can't we do without it? Can we not do without equations? Anyway, considering the importance of equations in real life, it is as if we cannot do without it, at least in this world of today. To understand the importance of equation to a large extent, let me help paint a situation at the end of which you can judge for yourselves whether it is worth the effort, worth the headache people pass through just to learn to solve equations. Okay, a man is very sick, and according to diagnosis, he will die when the bacteria in his body, which caused that sickness, are more than 1,500,000. Also, test reveals that these bacteria are multiplying, and the multiplication was discovered to be capable of being monitored and predicted according to this expression. That is, the following expression was discovered to be the pattern of growth of this bacteria. This expression, please see it on the screen. N is equal to 3d raised to the power 5. That is what was discovered as expression that could be used to track the growth of the bacteria in this sick man's body. In that expression, N stands for something and D stands for something. D stands for number of days, while N stands for number of bacteria that have grown within these days. Now, let's give an example of using this expression to track the growth of bacteria in the body. Let's say, for instance, in 2 days, how many new bacteria have grown in this man's body? To get that, let us replace that D with 2. So that we say that number of bacteria within 2 days or after 2 days will be equal to N is equal to 3 times 2 raised to the power 5. 2 to the power 5 is 32. Then 3 times 32 is equal to 96. Therefore, in just 2 days, the number of new bacteria that have developed in this sick man's body is 96 bacteria. Okay, let's check out for 1 week. How many new bacteria have developed in this man's body after 1 week? That is when D is equal to 7. That is when number of days is equal to 7, because a week is 7 days. Now, again, to get this done, watch the screen again as we replace the D with 7. That gives us 3 times 7 raised to the power 5. Notice carefully that that D has been replaced by 7 because we are looking for number of bacteria, new ones that have developed in 7 days. Let's continue. That will give us 3 times 7 raised to the power 5. We first get the result of 7 raised to the power 5 before we multiply the result by 3. Now watch out. 7 to the power 5 is equal to 16,807. Please confirm. Then 16,807 times 3 would give us 50,421 bacteria. In just 7 days, 50,421 bacteria, new ones for that matter, have developed and added to the number of bacteria in the man's body before. Anyway, do you agree with me that these bacteria are multiplying very fast? Do you also remember that this man's sickness will kill him if the number of bacteria in his body reaches 1,500,000? In 7 days, it has reached 50,421 new bacteria. It is not yet up to 1 million. That means that the doctors still have some days as the chance they have to discover a cure for this sickness, or else the man will die. So if this growth rate of bacteria continues, that is assuming that bacteria continue to multiply in this pattern or in this manner, which day do you think that those bacteria in the sick man's body would be up to that 1,500,000? The doctors would like to know how many days they have to discover a cure to save the man. Anyway, so on which day will those bacteria become at least 1,500,000? To get this done, watch again the screen as we replace that n with 1,500,000, because the number we are targeting that the bacteria will reach is 1,500,000. So right now, let us replace that n in the expression with 1,500,000, giving us a new expression that is written as 1,500,000 is equal to 3 d raised to the power 5. Please watch the screen as it is written. 3d raised to the power 5 is equal to 1,500,000. It is noteworthy that if we write 1,500,000 is equal to 3d raised to the power 5, it is the same thing if we write it as 3 d raised to the power 5 is equal to 1,500,000. This expression, 3d raised to the power 5 is equal to 1,500,000, is an example of what is called algebraic equation, algebraic mathematical equation. You may ask, what is a mathematical equation? A mathematical equation is a statement, especially presented with numbers, which contains number operation and its result. When a mathematical operation contains at least one variable in it, it is called an algebraic mathematical equation. Therefore, that 3d raised to the power 5 is equal to 1,500,000 is an example of an algebraic mathematical equation because it contains at least one variable. Before now, we had n is equal to 3d raised to the power 5. It contained two variables, n and d. But this one, 3d raised to the power 5, is equal to 1,500,000, contains one variable. Whenever an equation contains at least one variable, I said at least, not just one, but at least one, that equation is called algebraic equation. Then, as time proceeds, you will know why we refer to it as ordinary. as against other types of equations. Don't forget that D represents the day these bacteria causing the man to be sick will be up to 1,500,000. If the doctors want to know that day that these bacteria will grow up to this number, what should they do? They should solve that equation. That is, they should solve 3 raised to the power 5 is equal to 1,500,000. Solve it means to find the value of that D. Again, to solve that equation means to find the value of that D. Do they have the skills of manipulating that equation to be able to get the value of that D? If they get the D to be equal to 10, it means that on the 10th day, the bacteria will grow up to 1,500,000. If they find the D to be equal to 12, it means that on the 12th day or after 12 days, those bacteria must have grown to 1,500,000. Now, assuming that the doctors seek your assistance in solving this equation, can you render the assistance? Can you solve this equation? Can you find the value of D in this expression? 3 raised to the power 5 is equal to 1,500,000. Anyway, if you cannot, so to assist the medical doctors, listen to me and cooperate with me as I present facts, laws, principles, which you mix together as tools before you are able to solve this equation and other kinds of equations we're going to see afterwards. So far, it may have become clear to you that this equation is a life-saving equation. If this man's life depends on this equation, I don't think anything should prevent anybody from going against all odds, enduring all the headaches, enduring all the pains that come with learning how to solve equations. It could be you who is sick or somebody you love. Learn today that solving equations means saving lives. This is just one out of millions of examples of equations which people solve in different professions to save lives from different perspectives, from different concerns of life. These are medical doctors trying to save this man's life. It is possible that elsewhere, an engineer is also trying to solve a life-threatening problem, and he also depends on equations. Other professionals depend on equations.